Hello, my name is Nicholas Espinoza. I am one of the team leaders for the development team of the game Vic and Vlad Take Over the World. I am also one of its programmers, specifying on the development of the movement system as well as the camera and two-player system.
Hello, my name is Sienna Dill. I am one of the team leaders for the development team of Vic and Vlad Take Over the World. My main role is lead artist and designer, and I also manage our social media.
Hello, my name is Chris Chung, and I am a programmer working on Vic and Vlad Take Over the World for SkillsUSA 2024-2025. Mainly, I've been working on implementing stage mechanics such as objects that players interact with and the like, and implementing those into stage design.
As one of the programmers for our game, I was tasked with coding one of the unique selling point, which was the 2D player mechanic. The 2D player mechanic included not only two players that could move independently, it also included how I would code the camera movement, follow both players within one screen. As of now, we currently have been developing with a local co-op concept in mind. And so assets such as the camera, such as the movement, such as certain triggers, all depend on the idea of two players having to work together to finish one puzzle after another.
As lead artist and designer, I wanted our game to be very recognizable by the shapes and colors. So line art is very clean. I made it so that the characters are recognizable, not just by how they look, but just by their overall silhouette. So just by a glance, you can say, oh, that's from that one game. So that was my goal with design. And as art, I did all the assets, tile maps, sprites, and animations. I'm the main social media manager, and so I have been posting to our Instagram, I update our website, and I'm also going to be managing our YouTube channel once we have videos to upload, such as trailers and devlogs.
What I worked on for Vic and Vlad Take Over the World is primarily stage element implementation, puzzle design, and implementing those puzzles into the game.
One of the hardest challenges that I've faced so far, I would say, would be the two-player system. I'm pretty experienced in dealing with 2D platformers and all that, but I've never tried a platformer that includes the inputs from two different players at the same time, i.e. local co-ops. And so dealing with things such as specific triggers, the camera system, and other programming materials was really difficult and took time to develop. Specifically with the camera system, I had to figure out a way to have the camera balance out, following both players at the same time, as well as transitions that would make sense for each level.
The biggest challenge I've encountered so far was the initial concepting and story direction of our game, because I've never developed a puzzle platformer before, let alone a theme that was strictly steampunk. It was really out of my comfort zone, so I have to stick with really mechanical and geometric artwork, and I definitely had to develop a style that works, as well as just exploring different styles. But as an artist, I definitely feel like I've grown as a game artist and designer, as I'm stepping out of my comfort zone and trying something I usually don't. And so far, I think I've been quite successful, and I'm really happy about that.
One of the challenges with this project was that this was personally my first time developing a game with a team of people. So I had to learn how to communicate and work around the design document instead of just doing whatever I wanted off the top of my head, which was challenging but also very formative experience in learning video game development. One of the hardest challenges design-wise was implementing logic that would allow two players to interact with objects at the same time.
When you first open the game, you're greeted with the main menu, and it has play, settings, and exit. The settings has a list of controls, as you can see here. Then when you press play, the controls introduction. If you hit start, begin playing. For the first puzzle, player 1 and player 2 are working together to get up past the door on the top. However, one person has to stay on the pressure plate in order for the other one to get past. So, as you can see, you have to have one player on the pressure plate on the bottom and one on the top to complete the puzzle. Puzzle's 3 mechanics introduces the lever, which activates rotating platforms. So the main goal here is for one player to stay behind and basically command the lever so that the other player can get across. Once one player gets across, they have to get on the platform below and it will go down, so then the other player can get on and they can complete the puzzle together. Puzzle 5 introduces the mechanic of electricity nodes that only Vlad can interact with. The way 2 players would go about solving this puzzle would be Vic jumps on top of Vlad to get onto the top row of platforms and interact with the switch. Vlad will interact with the electricity node and he will become electrified, and he has to carry that electricity over to the other node that will activate and open the door so that both players can escape.